this is obviously one of the biggest criticism from the economists and from the political parties, especially I'm talking about the opposition parties, that how come when your economic fundamentals are not in that position that they could support the currency or the economic activities that could help in appreciating the rupees against dollar. How come this rupees gaining values against a dollar at a time when the major global currency, you just referred to the pound sterling. You could see even in today's newspaper the dollar appreciated against yuan, dollar appreciated against uh, the Japanese currency, against even euro. So all these major currencies are depreciating against the mighty dollar. But in case of Pakistan, things are other way around. So the economic fundamentals are not supporting this artificial gaining of or artificial appreciation of rupee. So that's lead us to the speculation, or that leads us to the criticism on the government claim when they say that look, it's all because of dollars, or it's all because of the DARs coming back into the country and the speculated got run away with all these things. So I mean, from that perspective, it seems just still it seems like it's more speculative, artificial, because the economy has already been projected that it would remain between 0 to 2% growth by the World Bank in its last reports, and the same projections also from the Asian Development Bank, and now from the International Monetary Fund report yesterday, that inflation is going to be in double digit, nearly 20%. This again is going to be the highest one in the recent past. So when we see all these the indicators, their performances, so one could easily understand that this gaining of rupee against dollar is somehow artificial, somehow not being supported by any economic fundamentals. Yeah, right. I mean, you're very right. That why this free fall of rupee was allowed. I mean, it's a big question mark on the credibility, or on the role of the central bank, the State Bank of Pakistan. Why the State Bank didn't intervene? Why the State Bank has not played its role? It should have been done, because the current governor was appointed by the previous finance minister Miftah Ismail. If the current governor, when he was appointed by the previous finance minister, why he was not that proactive, why he was not highlighting, why he was not being able to even talk about those banks or those people who might have a role in this free fall of the rupee. But the question is, and that's certainly raised pertinent questions in the minds of many economists, like Dr. Ashfaq Hassan Khan, who was an economic advisor to in the period of Musharraf government, who also spoke to us, and who also did raise questions about the credibility of the State Bank, and he went to the level that it's not possible without the involvement of the State Bank, because or other officials. And he just quoted one example of the Bangladesh, and the Bangladesh, certain people did try to play with the exchange rate, but the government of Bangladesh was proactive, and they took decision, and they fired those people who were involved in this exchange and manipulation. But that thing so far didn't happen in Pakistan. So when we compare our position, our regional with the regional countries like Bangladesh, we still see there is some role from the government who in this exchange rate manipulation, which reached to almost $240 a dollar. And I mean, it's a historical. But you have to keep in mind one thing, that in this, those people who are in the business of exchange rates, they buy currencies, and this depreciation and appreciation, they made millions of easy money with all this manipulation. And we also should keep in mind that these people might have some support from somewhere. That's why they are scot-free, or no action has been taken against them so far in Pakistan. I mean, it's again very ironic when the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, said that, look, now Dar has come into the country, and now he will bring down the currency, or the exchange rates to below $200. I mean, the same Prime Minister, when he was there, when the dollar was going up as high as 240, at that time he was not talking about that there is some manipulation, or there is certain things because of which this dollar has gone to 240. But all of a sudden, now the Prime Minister of Pakistan is saying that, look, now Mr. Dar, who came to Pakistan, and now he will fix the exchange rate issue, and he will bring it down to $200. So I mean, it's not something. We are not living in some tribal society. We are living in a developed world. We are living in a era where everything has been monitored, everything has been conducted in accordance to the best principles of economic principles. Being monitored by the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the World Trade Organization. That's not something that you say, oh, look, from tomorrow the currency would be like this, and the exchange rate will be brought down to this level and that. No, it's not something like that. So it's a very naive approach towards managing economy and in the intervention of the government. So that certainly raises questions on the part of the government, and at a very senior level, when the Prime Minister of a country who was there, who is there, when the dollar was going up is 240, and now the same Prime Minister is saying that Mr. Dar will bring it down. It's not something that Mr. Dar has dollar in his suitcase, and now he will throw it in the market, and the rupee will gain, or the rupee will strengthen again. I mean, there is some distortion in the market. There are certain elements who were involved in this whole manipulation, and those elements could be anybody. It could be any association. It could be any party. It could be the government official. It could be the political officials. It could be the central bank. It could be anyone. That's really needed an investigation, because we lost billions of rupees. We have collected billions of rupees from the consumers at the name of the appreciation. This has increased the inflation triple time, and this is some sort of indirect taxation on the consumers. But I fear those people who were or who are involved in this whole process, and if you are talking about the commercial banks, the treasurers, they will post them out and to their external branches, and you will say they're no more part of who are going to go after them, and who are going to investigate them? When the whole network was involved in this whole exchange rate manipulations, it's not something that is just confined to this exchange rate manipulation. Yes, they did manipulate the inflation figures as well, and I mean it's a very smart game. You can say this is a technical maneuvering. So what they did, the Prime Minister, one day when they did announce the inflation for the month of August, so it was recorded, it's a 49 years high. So they had a plan in mind that how to bring it down in the following months. And the Prime Minister, one day, he announced that that those people who are using the electricity up to 300 units, that the FCA will be fuel surcharge that will be will be waived up. Initially, the adjustment was waived up, and that was the verbal announcement from the Prime Minister, this fuel adjustment. So that was a kind of relief to the consumers, and the people have started thinking about, oh, look, our electricity bill has come down by 3,000, 5,000, and up to 8,000 rupees a month for the month of August. So what the smart game they did play with this announcement, that announcement was not made in black and white. So what they do, the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, they do calculate. They use the standard methodology for calculating the consumer price indexes. What they did, the energy minister, after 3, 4, 5 days, he announced, no, this is not a waiver. This is actually the deferment. So, I mean, that deferment announcement was meant for the International Monetary Fund to give them the signal that they are on the conditionalities and they are not giving any waivers to the consumers, and they will not, rather, they will collect this amount from the consumer in the following months in installments. So the net impact would be there, and it's not the complete waivers. So the International Monetary Fund was also taken into the loop, and they were given a message that it was not a waiver, but at the same time, they were also thinking about it, that this decision will, one, give relief to the consumer, second, that would help to bring down the inflation in the month of September. And that thing had happened. When the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, they did calculate the inflation for the month of September, they didn't have anything in writing. Even until now, there is no official communication on the collection of the deferment payments from the consumer up to 300 units. Even now, the government has not made any announcement, official announcement about it. Because of this technical maneuvering, the inflation for the month of September that had reduced from 27 to 23%.